Go battle head-to-head right now as they go for the wall, but look at this McKeever not letting Laurie Heinonen get away. Oh, big transition from McKeever as he almost takes the back end of Laurie Heinenen's S13. They go wall to wall, wall to wall again across the circuit, but McKeever loses some ground. Heinonen opens the throttle of that Pro Charge V8 and screams in McKeever's face.
That is what it's all about here at Drift Masters. Two of the biggest names in the game laying it all down on the track. McKeever's transitions were just depth-defying. Heinenen's lead run was perfect. McKeever knew he had to risk it, and he did from the off. Initiation, look at the proximity of McKeever on Heinonen in the most dangerous part of the track. He is pinned to him through that first corner, but Heinonen, he goes straight out to that wall. He knows that that perfect lead run, if you don't get it, you're not going to score high, and he's there, leaving McKeever. And this transition from Dwayne McKeever, look at this. Nose in, just perfection.
Yeah, absolute perfection, Dave. You know what? An inch further forward and that would have been catastrophe for both of those guys. But Laurie Heinenen's on a ripper of a lead run, absolutely glued to the wall. But there is no shaking Dwayne McKeever. He's right there. Look at that. He can almost get out and change the wing mirror if he wanted to. And the transition again off of this outside zone from McKeever was just spectacular. Wait for the transition. Boom! Gets it timed perfectly. But he loses a little ground because he swings the car on too much angle. That was the only thing I could take away from that battle that McKeever did wrong.
Yeah, it looked like he just stayed on the door that little bit too long. He transitioned that little bit too late, but at that point he had gained so much proximity that now Laurie Heinonen must be feeling the heat. He's got to go for it here. The Finnish fans hold their breath as Heinonen chases in McKeever. And something, maybe a false start there. Maybe a false start. Heinonen, once he overtook McKeever, went, that's a little too aggressive, Heinonen.
Heinonen went to initiate. He fully clutch kicked the car. Oh, and McKeever throws his arm out the window as if to say, I can't believe it.
So let's have a look at what happened. Did McKeever shut down? Was it a false start? We're going to get information very soon for you guys. But yeah, not sure what happened there.
For me, it was maybe an issue with
so we're hearing from the marshals it's not a false start.
No, so McKeever's car has clearly broken to some degree.
Has McKeever shut off on initiation? You can see Laurie Heinonen going, what happened there? And McKeever's got his helmet off. That tells a big story. The helmet's off,
belt's
which
off
means
as well.
something has broken on McKeever's car. And this has been the tale of Dwayne McKeever's season. As far as I can tell right now, if the helmet's been taken off, he's blown a diff or a drive shaft or something maybe coming off the line, and there's no go in the car. Yeah, I'll put it this way. That is the body language of a man that has some problems.
I'm getting in my ear, Dave. He's broken a drive shaft in the car. He broke a drive shaft on the clutch kick. Yeah.
And he even says it himself. Laurie Heinonen, and I love how disappointed Laurie Heinonen was. I was like, come on, I want to do some drifting.
Do you know what? Laurie Heinonen was lucky he never crashed into him, because watches him clutch kick it. He clutch kicks and he's like, whoa, where are you going, Dwayne? And then he realises Dwayne's not in front anymore.
Yeah, he realises Dwayne ain't coming with him. So yeah, drive shaft goes coming off the line. McKeever, the car just has look, one left wheel spinning, right wheel not spinning. He knew straight away something was wrong. He couldn't get the car to break traction. And Laurie Heinonen looked a hand out the window saying, come on, Dwayne, we were going to have a great battle. And Dwayne goes, I know, what can I do? I'm a heavy man on gear.
I'm a heavy man. I'm a heavy man with a car. That's what he is.
Oh, that's heartbreaking for Dwayne McKeever after such a strong performance this weekend. Mechanical failure is going to hand this battle to Laurie Heinonen. Laurie Heinonen, as much as he would have been disappointed with this, he is moving through to the top 8, and the championship just got even more interesting because now Conor Shannon and Laurie Heinonen both into the top 8. Jack Shanahan will be looking on saying, this is not ideal. Not ideal in the way it happened, Becky, but ideal in the result. Laurie Heinonen moving on.
Moving on, exactly. Laurie, I can already tell by your face, that is not how you want to win here, is it?
No, I think me and Dwayne are like battle friends, so this is definitely not how I want to win.
It was shaping up to be an incredible battle as well. You guys were inseparable on the track. Do you like driving with Dwayne because you know he's going to go full power and you can push as hard as you can?
Yeah, exactly that. I was looking forward to get a really nice chase, like the first one for today, but not today.
Well, congratulations. You are moving through to our Great 8. Guys, back to you.
Well, a man that won and is disappointed.
Yeah,
I mean, there's something wrong with these Drift Masters drivers because they win and now they're disappointed because they didn't win in front of everybody.
But I think that just goes to show you how much of a sportsman they are, because they don't want to go down or they don't want to get granted wins easily. They want to fight their way through and they want to fight into these top 8s and these finals and these final 4s because they want to prove to everybody around the world, even though everyone already knows, Dave, they want to prove why they are the best of the best. We're back on the line. It's Juha Rintanen and Pavel Korpelinski. Now, this, for me, is a huge one. Rintanen in the championship hunt. Pavel Korpelinski says, this is my track. Every time I come here, I get on the podium, and you think you're going to stop me, Rintanen? Not a chance.
Well, Rintanen's got to be looking at Connor Shannon and Laurie Heinonen getting through here. He has to. If Rintanen wants to stay in the fight here, he's third coming into this round. He's going to be fifth at the end of it if he doesn't win this battle. Korpelinski's down the order, and he doesn't care. He just wants that podium. He just wants to win. But Rintanen's got to prove this now. Is he the right guy to take this championship this year? This is one of those big obstacles he's going to have to overcome. And boy, with Korpelinski on the form he's on now, it's going to be tough.
It certainly is going to be tough. It's going to be even tougher right now, Dave, because look at the separation already. Juha Rintanen fires that little GR86 to the wall on a wave, but now Korpelinski does a little bit of shortcut and manages to get himself back into the mix at the moment. Rintanen into that wall, up onto it he goes. Smoke fired in the face of the cameras. Rintanen takes it to the wall. Big sparks, bang, sparks once again as Korpelinski sees that opportunity and takes it.
Well, you know, I'm just going to put it out there, and I know everyone's not thinking it right now. Has he done damage here, Rintanen? Has he done more damage to that car than he wanted to, because he hit that wall pretty hard and he's not able to fix it if he has a problem? So Rintanen, I mean, they can barely look, the Finnish fans at this point.
They can't even
watch this craziness on track, because Rintanen goes in like a rocket ship, but does he get out of zone one? I'm not confident he does.
I think he does, Dave.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think he lays down a really nice issue. Look how wide he is to the wall.
You know what? You're dead right, and Korpelinski couldn't track to get there.
And he has to sacrifice.
He's at a big disadvantage, and again,
but is he up until the point where Juha Rintanen tags the wall? Let's take a watch, Dave. We're watching this as fans, and you know what? This is probably one of the best drift events I've ever watched as a drift fan. But for me, Juha Rintanen makes a few mistakes here. He's deep in the outside zone. Korpelinski sees the opportunity. Watch the transition, though. So fast. It gets into the wall. Bam! That's a big mistake that upsets the car. The wheels are almost straight on the front. And look at that impact, and then he makes impact again as he handbrakes into the second to last outside zone. That's another mistake.
Is there sparks from Rintanen's car here just before he transitions?
No, that's from the exhaust.
That's the exhaust, and then
so he hits the wheel and something else on the wall, and then bam, hits it again. And Korpelinski sees this and he says, do you know what? If you're making mistakes, I'm the man that's going to be all over him.
Not huge mistakes, though. Not enough to call this one.
Still corrected the front wheels, though, Dave.
What I'm saying is not enough to put this one all the way back to Korpelinski. It's still going to come down to this second run, I guarantee
you know what? I'd say it's even Stevens right now, and it's going to come down to the second half of the run. That's where I see it.
Well, here we go. It's going to be Korpelinski in the lead. Oh, and Rintanen almost makes contact on the entry.
Wow.
It's getting messy.
It's getting very, very messy, and Juha Rintanen had to back out of that one massively. Korpelinski gets himself dialed, looks for this outside line, and that starts to make it work now as he nails it into outside zone 4. That big, long wall run. Rintanen in there, but I think he may have issues, or he's gripped that car to the max. Look at this transition. Can't seem to hold the car in a right position on the circuit. Right to the edge of the track he goes. Korpelinski seems like he's got that one in the bag, Dave.
So now he put wheels off towards the end, Korpelinski, and it's hard to say what happened on that first corner. I'm going to need to see a replay before I jump right into the barrel with you there, Ian.
I'm in the barrel, Dave. I'm neck deep in the cold water.
You are, and I am waiting to see that replay on the first corner, because I'm not sure what happened. It looked to me like it was very messy, very sketchy. And was it just Rintanen being sketchy, or both drivers being sketchy? I've got to say, watch this as they come through. Rintanen almost hits Korpelinski as he comes through the first corner. Looks to me like Korpelinski gets the job done pretty good there.
I'm going to say that's Rintanen's fault again. You know, coming in too hot. Korpelinski's absolutely dialed. Look at that. You couldn't have been on a nicer line there on the outside zone. And then, for me, Rintanen kind of gets a little scrappy, Dave. He kind of really starts hustling and tussling. He looks a little desperate out there. He's not matching the angle. He's shallowed up. Look at the angle he is there with Korpelinski as he's on the rear wheel. Waits for that transition. And things get a little bit messy now as they get through the second half of the circuit.
But you know what? Looks cool.
Looks
very cool. I'm just watching the flames firing up, and look at the flames from the back of Rintanen. The flames
look
coming
at the
out of the
angle. Look, as much as I love watching this as a fan, and I love watching the flames and the smoke, you've got to look at the technicalities, because this track is going to nail those technicalities. Look at the angle of Rintanen. He's almost straight there on that outside zone. You know, I'm Dave. Look, I'm
inclined to agree.
Sorry to pop your balloon up there. I'm going to be a party pooper, but I don't think
the barrel here as well. I think, yeah, as I watch through
the championship's going to get blown wide apart.
I think Rintanen maybe knows it too. A little shake of the head from Rintanen there. He's not sure, but he doesn't look as confident. Pavel Korpelinski and Rintanen. Who's going through to the top 8? It's going to be Juha Rintanen going through.